When do I sell? It is a very common question investors are asking themselves. Quite understandable because it can minimize or maximize your profits. But do you sell it when it has gone up just to secure the profits? Do you sell when you see the stocks are going down to minimize losses? Or do you just keep all your stocks and never sell? Warren Buffett said something about this a few years ago. But if you only heard this and followed it, you are probably doing it wrong. Truly good businesses are exceptionally hard to find. Selling any you are lucky enough to own makes no sense at all. It is a little bit misleading to listen to the advice that Warren Buffett's favorite holding period is forever. In this video, we will discuss different considerations with 4 main investing strategies about when to sell your stocks. Whether you follow a value investing approach, focus on growth stocks, prioritize dividend growth, or seek stable dividend income, understanding the optimal moments to sell can significantly impact your investment returns. Value investing is a time-tested investment approach pioneered by legendary investor Benjamin Graham and later popularized by Warren Buffett. At its core, value investing involves identifying stocks that are trading at a discount to their intrinsic value. In other words, value investors seek out companies whose stock prices do not accurately reflect their true worth. They often look for firms with solid fundamentals, such as low price-to-earnings ratios, strong cash flows, and healthy balance sheets. The goal of value investing is to buy these undervalued stocks and hold them until the market recognizes their true value, allowing investors to profit from the stock's eventual price appreciation. This strategy requires patience, discipline, and a contrarian mindset, as value investors are willing to go against the market consensus in pursuit of long-term gains. If you are following a value investing strategy, you should seek for moments the book value, which is the total cost, accumulated depreciation, of the company is higher than the stock price. This is the moment you buy the stock. And on the contrary, after you have followed the company for some time, depending on your investment horizon, you aim for a moment when the stock price is higher than the book value. This is the moment you sell the stock. Wanting to keep the stock and wanting to buy more of the stock is not the same. There is something called the do-nothing zone, which is located between the buy more zone and sell zone. Growth investing is a strategy focused on capitalizing on companies with strong potential for revenue and earnings growth. Investors employing this approach seek out businesses operating in rapidly expanding industries or with innovative products and services. Rather than prioritizing current profitability, growth investors are more concerned with the future growth prospects of a company. They often look for characteristics such as high revenue growth rates, expanding market share, and a competitive advantage that can sustain growth over the long term. The primary objective of growth investing is to identify stocks with the potential for significant capital appreciation over time. This strategy requires a willingness to tolerate higher levels of risk, as growth stocks may experience greater volatility compared to more established companies. Successful growth investing demands thorough research, a keen understanding of market trends, and the ability to identify promising opportunities early in their growth trajectory. Compared to the value investing strategy, growth investing places less emphasis on buying low and instead prioritizes fully focusing on potential market growth. Consequently, investors typically purchase a company after conducting fundamental analysis and evaluating its significant growth potential. Once the predetermined growth targets have been achieved over the years, the investor may opt to sell the company, as Buffett would suggest us smaller investors to do. Our bread and butter business is buying undervalued securities and selling when the undervaluation is corrected. These investing strategies focuses on buying and selling at the right time. However, dividend growth investing and dividend investing focuses more on the art of not selling. Dividend growth investing focuses on building a portfolio of stocks from companies that consistently increase their dividend payouts over time. Investors in this strategy prioritize stable income and long-term wealth accumulation. They seek out companies with a track record of raising dividends annually, indicating financial strength and commitment to shareholders. By reinvesting dividends, investors can harness the power of compounding, accelerating the growth of their portfolio. This strategy emphasizes patience and a long-term outlook, providing a reliable source of income while also potentially achieving capital appreciation. In contrast, dividend investing centers on creating a portfolio primarily composed of dividend-paying stocks. Unlike dividend growth investing, the primary objective here is to generate a steady stream of income rather than focusing on dividend growth. Investors favor companies with consistent dividend payments, prioritizing those with high dividend yields and stable payout ratios. Dividend investing appeals to conservative investors seeking reliable cash flow and long-term wealth preservation. The key distinction between dividend growth investing and dividend investing lies in their primary objectives. While both strategies involve owning dividend-paying stocks, dividend growth investing prioritizes companies that consistently increase their dividends over time, aiming for both income generation and capital appreciation, whereas dividend investing focuses solely on generating a steady income stream. In terms of selling, it is the same for both strategies. You buy and hold the stock. Only consider selling the stocks when you consider to stop investing. This can be when your investment horizon has been reached, like after 30 years or so. You can also choose to hold the stock and pass it to your children and keep making profit from the dividend income stream. It requires you, for the most part, to do nothing. No tinkering, no trimming, no rebalancing of all sorts. Simply buying and waiting for years to let the story play out. Selling stocks can have more reasons than we've discussed in this video. You should sell if things go different than you've expected. Want to know more? Check my other video about this.